Hi, I'm Olympian Jeff Galloway, official training consultant for the Missoula Marathon, and I'm here to help you with a number of issues concerning motivation, training tips, and whatever. First, I am so pleased that Providence Medical Group is part of the team that puts on the Missoula Marathon. It's truly changing people's lives for the better, and health is a major part of this. The first item of information, whether you're training for a 5K, half marathon, marathon, or any other event, is motivation. A lot of us will have down days, and that's normal. The fact is that you have a way of turning your motivation around within a very few minutes. The key is to have a strategy. So you need to have several mantras in place for those down days. Mantras that engage you and allow you to take control by going into the conscious brain. For example, you're not feeling like going out to work out, say, I'm going to feel better. I'm only going to go out for 5 minutes. I can do this, and I'm going to feel better afterwards. Have those written down so that you can read them over and over again. And as you read them over and over again, you start to believe them, and you turn on brain circuits that make you feel better and get you out the door. And then if you have a series of small steps that can lead you one step at a time, you're going to be in charge of your motivation, and you're going to be able to do what you're capable of doing on that day. I have a number of different questions that are normally asked me, so I'm going to go through one at a time in the various areas and challenges that runners and walkers face when they train for these long events. The first one is, how do you avoid aches and pains? The number one way that people have problems in terms of medical issues or injuries or just simply extended aches and pains is that they push themselves too far on any given run or walk. The key is to keep your stride short, keep your feet low to the ground, and for runners, include walk breaks. The infusion of walk breaks early and often has been the single greatest thing that has reduced injury rate down to practically zero. And the key is to take them early and take them often. The pace per mile that I found to be an indicator of what the ratio should be is as follows. At 9 minutes per mile, 4 and 1, 10 minutes per mile, 3 and 1, 11 and 12 minutes per mile, 2 and 1, 13 and 14 minutes per mile, 1 and 1. At 15 minutes per mile, 1 and 2. In each one of these ratios, however, you can configure it the way that works best for you. For example, if you're running a 12-minute pace, which would be a 2 and 1, then you should try different ratios of 2 minutes, 1 minute, but more popular today, 60 seconds, 30, or 40 seconds run and 20 seconds walk, or 15 seconds run and 5 to 10 seconds of walking. You're the one that determines your motivation by taking charge, and if you have a short amount of running that you can believe in, you're more likely to get out there. And if you're having problems, adjust it during a run to more walking and less running. Sometimes you'll come around, and sometimes you'll just stay at that ratio, but you can complete the workout. The second question that I'm asked is, how do you avoid hitting that real extreme fatigue wall that a lot of people talk about or people have experienced when they've trained for a long event? It's a simple fact that you're going to tend to hit that exhaustion point at the length of the longest run that you have run within the last 2 to 3 weeks. And you can push your wall back and gain more endurance by slowing the pace down on a long one that's done every other week, and then gradually increasing that amount. We have a great Galloway training group in Missoula, and they follow this program. The idea is that you're slowing the pace down to 2 to 3 minutes slower than you could comparably run in an event, and then you put the walk breaks in according to the formula that works for that pace per mile. And when in doubt, it doesn't matter how slow you go on a long one. Slow it down even farther. Take walking breaks even more. And here's the big surprise. Let's say that you were sick or you're coming back after vacation or something and you feel like you're out of shape. but you want to stay on the schedule. All you have to do is walk the whole distance. You're going to get the same endurance just by walking the distance as you would from running the whole distance or doing run, walk, run. So you take control by having the right run, walk, run ratio. Another frequently asked question is, what about fluids? What about eating something? And those who are running the half or the full marathon should think seriously about having a fluid replacement plan and also an energy booster plan. The rule of thumb there is every 2 miles to take in 2 to 4 ounces of water and 30 to 40 calories of sugar. So I recommend that you carry with you on one of the nice belts that you'll find at Runner's Edge and other places where you can carry bottles of water. And just take 2 to 4 sips every 2 miles of water. In terms of the sugar, it can be any form of sugar that works for you, and I encourage that you try different ones to see what works best. But the simplest forms of sugar that cause the fewest number of problems are sugar cubes, gummy bears, lifesavers, and just pure sugar. Well, I'm going to be around race weekend all weekend long, and I'll be giving some free clinics. I'll also be available at my booth at the expo for any questions that you have. But I want to salute every single one of you for taking on the challenge. It engages brain circuits that allow you to have a better attitude, to have more energy throughout the day, and then the personal empowerment of the journey and crossing that finish line. You're going to do it. So have fun along the way and let me know if I can help.